What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and this is part 2 or episode 2 of conspiracies and part 2 of the Titanic conspiracy theory. Now, where we left off was, I said this was the ship that actually was the Titanic. Now, if you guys didn't watch the last episode was basically about how I was just talking about the Titanic and how this boat right here, the sister, is actually the Titanic that went out and sank. Now, if you guys hear me drinking, I just got water. I'm kind of thirsted out, so be warned to hear me drinking. So yeah, so why is the conspiracy theory that the Titanic is the Olympic? Well, here's the differences between all the ships. Basically, these are the sisters. There's Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic. If you got good quality, you can find the difference between the Olympic and the Titanic. Now you're like, they look almost exactly the same, because they are exactly the same, except for the side. You see, the Titanic and the Britannic are mostly likely to be the same, except the way the lifeboats are made. Like the cranks are like a little higher. They hold up to 3 lifeboats on the Britannic, and she was painted to be a hospital ship for the war. Now, Titanic is the one we're talking about today, and the Olympic is also the one. So the next episode will mostly be about it, but whatever. So next, I think this is gonna be another part 3, but yeah. So here's the Olympic when she had a collision. See, there's the scratch. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention: Titanic actually had a fire. I'm serious. It had a fire on the port side, which, if you guys don't know what that means, it's left side. There was basically a fire, and that basically kept Titanic staying up. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm just making sure because I do not remember. That was yesterday. And I said, yeah. Oh, and I don't know if the second video is coming up. I promise I'm going to do 3 tomorrow. And maybe one of them tomorrow might be a vlog. It might be, but I don't know. So, let's start off with this theory. And here's the War Olympic. Now, let's talk about... Well, I won't show you, but you can see it. It's cool. And, so... warned you. So, here are the 2 major differences. So, on the left side, right here... I wish I had a drawer app thing, but... on the left side... that's the Olympic, and on the right side is the Titanic. Now you can see the differences. You see the little... it's not the crow's nest. The crow's nest is the white thing on the mast. Now these are little side places. Like, let's say if it were to rain, you do not want to stand on the outside, only if you have a coat. But if you don't want to get wet, you can go there. And especially, it helps you look through the sides better without falling off the ship. And if it's raining, it also has a roof there. So yeah. So you see, on Olympic, it's like on the ship. It's like not sticking out like the Titanic, where you can see. I'm going to try to zoom into the both of them. You see, there's Titanics. And there's Olympics. And if you look close, you can also see that. And you can also see that there. It may look like a lot of pixels, but it's true. So let's begin with the theory. So, right here is one of the pictures. Olympics on the left, and Titanic's on the right. Now, you see, Titanic is getting her funnels. But this is probably the picture that also reveals the ships were switched. But the way they were switched was by just changing the name. You see, on the side of each ship, let's see, right here, you see? On the Queen Mary. On the Queen Mary 2. Let's see, let's hope this picture can load. Nope, it does not load. Let me find another picture. But you see, every single ship has their name on the side of the boat. Both sides, starboard, port, left, right, both sides. Right here, do you see that? Of course, the Silver Cloud. This is what this ship is called. Now, so let's go back to the old picture we were on just earlier. Now, this picture is probably when they modified the Olympic. When they changed something really quickly so people won't actually think that's the Olympic and Titanic, and just basically they took off the cockpits on the side, the little areas where you can look out without falling off, and if it's raining and you're looking off to the side, nothing will happen. So right before that, so they had that. The real Titanic was getting her funnels there. Well, some of them were, they didn't probably take the picture in time, but you don't see the names on both of them. If you try to zoom in, you won't see the names. Titanic did not get hurt. Usually, you would think they painted it. But why would they want to paint it? Because in the future, it will start wearing off. I know the ship is painted. Like, literally, they just put iron in there. And then they just paint the boat. And it takes forever. So that also what took Titanic forever to get prepared and ready. Except for the wood. They kept the wood normal. But if they painted it, it would just get rusted away and faded. So they just used iron and just painted that. And, so they, yeah. If you guys can see Titanic, I don't know, no, if I can zoom in. But this picture probably reveals they were changing it. It looks like they're just placing the funnels on, right? Well, let's think about right before the picture. What happened? They were probably changing it. And they were probably switching the funnels. Who knows? I don't know if they switched the funnels, because the funnels were the same thing. But they definitely changed the name. And the little cockpit. So everybody would have been like, wait a minute. Shouldn't it be sticking out like how it was supposed to be? Or where they're like, huh, that's weird. I thought it's supposed to be sticking overboard so they could see better. Or if you worked on the ship and nobody knew. On the ship, nobody knew. Not even the creator herself, Thomas Andrews. I don't think he knew. Because why else would he board the ship? If he knew they were going to switch it, he wouldn't went on. Not even Bruce Ismay. Or anybody. And that's another theory. Or another thing that helps. During the time, a lot of people had no job. And they were trying to get jobs. And the one job that they could have entered was working on the Titanic. Now, let's think you were one of those people. And you're like, wow, the Titanic. They're asking us to work on the ship. What would you say? Heck yeah. You'll say yes. It's like the biggest ship in the world in its time. And it's amazing because it's so luxurious. Even though you're going to be working on it probably at the bottom or the top, still, it's so luxurious. Why would you want not to go on that ship? Well, rumors around the town have been saying they switched Titanic and Olympic. So Titanic is now Olympic, and Olympic is now the Titanic. And that's why not everybody wanted to work on the Titanic. Another theory. I don't know why I got quiet for a second, but another theory. Well, another thing about it is basically, well, actually I don't know what I should talk about. It's like actually been going on for a while. This is very long. Well, yeah. So pretty much, yeah. I just talked about a little bit of it. I knew this is probably gonna be part 4. Probably, it's probably gonna go up to 4. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna talk about this really quickly because I think I'm gonna end the video here. I think I'm gonna do part 3 right now, and I can do part 4 later. Then another video and maybe a vlog. Who knows? So yeah, there is one of the theories for you guys. And also, really quickly, let's go back to the Titanic. We're gonna go on the Titanic really quickly. I'm gonna pause it. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you. So, Titanic. Now, just take away half of it and just keep T-I-T. So you're gonna put M-P. Now, why do you say that? Are you serious? No! I don't want that. Just stop. Alright guys, sorry about that thing. I don't know what happened. But, remember in the last episode where, I don't know if I said it, but I'm just gonna say it. Olympic was... Okay, sorry about that. My dad walked in again. Well, not my dad, but somebody walked in again like last episode. So you see MP. Now, Olympic was scratched. She was scratched. She was too old. She worked over 30 years. Yeah, I talked about this last episode. This is Titanic's side. And it is MP. If I go back, Titanic wreck name, they will show the side of it, you know, classic. They just wrote on it. They say there are some letters there, but if we go somewhere, boom, do you see that? Do you see this person? He underlined it. He underlined it. Well, not underlined it, but he wrote it over. Olympic. That's Olympic. I'll talk about this in the next video, but I think we're running out of time, so I'll just end the video here. So like, subscribe, comment down below. Now you guys can comment about gaming. I forgot to say that. I think I said it, but I don't think so. But now you guys can tell me some gaming videos I can do. And yeah, of course the ad came back. But yeah, so that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll just see you guys in the next video. See you later.